Hello, everybody. Well, I just got out of the shower, so what beard I do have is still a little bit damp, somewhat in disarray. I'll take care of that in a moment. I was quite surprised from the many commentaries that I got, many of them private, that is, and some of the hits, not really a whole lot of hits, but over 200. Really shows me that there's a lot of people out there that do like watching shaving videos and anything to do with grooming. I have to admit, there's this one video on YouTube I like watching. This woman where she gets her long hair, beautiful woman, gets her long hair cut, trimmed, buzzed, and hand shaved. And it's quite fascinating to watch, and it's very relaxing, very tranquil type of feeling that it leaves you with. So I can see why people actually do enjoy watching stuff like that. I wouldn't necessarily go so far as to call it a fetish, but it's interesting to watch people with references to interpersonal habits and grooming, shall we say. Sculpturing one's form. So I'm going to start off here simply with just brushing my beard. Simple brush, aqua colored. You can tell I'm not really into the Grecian formula set. I probably should. I mean, I've got pretty much a gray beard, and it's interspersed with black. You can see the coloration of it coming through here and then going down, and then it just kind of like spreads out like that. And quite honestly, I think it helps me to look a little distinguished. But I really don't care about the color. I don't care. My grandfather, who was Scottish, had pure white hair. Had beard, mustache if he grew one. Eyebrows even. Pure white hair. I would love to have that. That would be absolutely gorgeous. I think it would just look so distinctive on me. But this is what I've got. Multicolored. I don't care. I'm hoping that at some point as I get older, I'm 49 now, I'll be 50 in a few months. I'm sincerely hoping that as I get older, that what remaining hair I do have on my face, obviously not much up top, will turn white. I think that would be really cool. Give me one further distinction, as it were. Okay, I am next going to work on shaving my head. Don't get excited now. Okay, unfortunately, I get these little fleshy things on my head, which are a byproduct from one too many head injuries in my youth. I lived a hard life. I played rough, and used to get hurt quite a bit. So, gotta be careful when you're young, because the things that you do to your body when you're young will come back and haunt you when you get older. Anywho, I usually try to shave these off along with whatever other hair is up there. My weapon of choice, people have asked, is an Iroko. And for the longest time, any razors that I had were strictly battery powered. And it was very difficult to find anything that was a combination of plug and battery. Until I found this one. 3 heads, works well. Does what it's supposed to. So, I shall begin commencing now. You should be able to hear it. When I shave my head, one thing you never do is shave a dirty, sweaty scalp. It's just not a good idea. And the reason being is because what will happen is, as you're shaving your head, you will begin collecting dead skin along with your hair. And what that does is it gums up your blades. And it's really disgusting. You're talking about creamy flesh and hair combined within the head of your razor. And basically, it's very difficult to get out of there sometimes. And let's face facts, it's also relatively disgusting. So, as a general habit, I do not shave my head until my head is clean. And if by some chance I don't feel like taking a shower, or let's say if after having bathed I had engaged in some type of activity that got me all hot and sweaty, then what I will do is I'll get some kind of a astringent cleaner, like something like Noxzema with beads in it, citrus, and I will use that to clean my skin, stimulate my scalp as it were, and that way when I go to shave my head, I won't have dead skin creaming up and getting gummed up. It's also good to keep your skin pores clean, because if you don't, then you'll wind up breaking out. And breaking out at any age is just not pleasant. So, I wish I had a more attractive scalp to deal with. I wish I didn't have these things, but it's what I came up with, and I just manage the best I can. When I'm in public, people don't say nothing, and neither do I. I gave up a long time ago being self-conscious about stuff like that. It just doesn't do you any good. It'll drive you nuts. So, I also used to have a problem of trying to figure out how to have the beard and a bald head at the same time, and how to keep it looking halfway decent on the sides. And eventually, what I came up with as a solution, which is somewhat lazy, but it works well for me, is I use the tops of my ears as a guide. And as you can see, I go here and I go right across, and I don't touch anything else further down here. I just let this grow in. So in essence, what happens is my beard extends from here all the way up to that point on both sides, and it turns out relatively even on both sides. Honestly, the only way that it would not be even is if your ears are crooked. And if that happens, well, not much you can do about it. I think my ears might be crooked. I think everything on me is crooked. You just do the best you can. And like I said, you learn to adapt. You learn to adapt. For the longest time, I actually would not shave my head. Not because I was uncomfortable with being bald, but because my skin was actually getting sensitive and I had the wrong type of razor that I was using. And there are many different types of razors on the market. You know, I get bullshit from people sometimes. I'd say, well, you know, you're not a man because you use an electric razor, you don't use a straight razor. Oh yeah, they're right. I guess I'm not a man in that respect. Because it's very painful when you slice open your scalp. And quite honestly, I would rather be able to know that I can shave with something comfortably without having to be paranoid that I'm going to nick myself. And, you know, I'm sorry, I have imperfections on my scalp. And those are imperfections that I do not, under any circumstances, wish to get nicked or lobbed off by a straight razor. And that's just the way it is. Okay. And so, yep, that's the reason why I use an electric razor. Because I can actually use this and shave with confidence, as opposed to using a sharp razor, and I'd be all paranoid, and all nervous and worried, and then I wind up probably cutting myself more than if I had confidence. But like I said, if you have a scalp that has imperfections on it, like mine does, little things sticking up here and there, you know, it hurts. It goddamn well hurts when you cut yourself open on your scalp. You know, I've been bald enough years now where I can handle extreme temperatures. But you still got to be smart. You know, when it's cold out, you put a hat on, save your body heat. When it's hot out, you got to wear a hat, because if you don't, you're going to burn the hell out of your scalp. And that's not healthy. And you don't want to be having skin cancer on your scalp. You don't want to have cancer, period. Well, you definitely don't want to have skin cancer on your scalp. It's just not cool. So, basically, whatever works is whatever process you use. It's got nothing to do with the size of your testicles or the level of testosterone that's flowing through your blood. It's called common sense. And quite honestly, trying to be perceived more as a man by my brethren who have possibly more testosterone in their system and more hair, well, I don't care that. I don't need to be part of that club. That hair club for manly men. I do with what I got. I work with what nature gave me. I don't lament over not having what others may have. And let's face it, you got people out there that can't even grow this. I know guys like that. And, you know, you make do. So, this pretty much concludes this video for this segment. I'm working on my scalp here, my head, my pellet, what have you. And now I have heard some people say that if you're using an electric razor, you can't really get close like you can with a straight razor. And I beg to differ. If you stay with it a little bit longer, you can. You know, maybe it's not going to be cue ball smooth, but it'll be damn close, and that's all I care about. You know, I do this probably every second, third, or if I really want to push it, every fourth day. And that's just pretty much what I refer to as my grooming schedule. That's what works for me. So, you do what you gotta do. You hear that? It's a pretty distinctive sound. Blades are working well. Okay, well, I think that about cuts it for this time. You can see where the hairline, well, still got some. You just run it even, like that. Try to keep the hair level. Because I have one normal ear and one pointed ear, like Mr. Spock from the original Star Trek. Not necessarily a perfect job, but I think it does the trick for the most part. There. I think that about cuts it. Literally. Smooth. Kind of got down some of the little imperfections there on my scalp. They'll heal up nicely. I got the beard going down on that side. Got it going down on that side. Got it brushed. Eyebrows are kind of wild and funky, but I got the bald head, and that's pretty much what I look for from this man's perspective. So, until next time, happy shaving. Peace.